never thought babysitting would be such a pain in the ass. No wonder old man Roland said we were taking years off his life. Who else could it be? Naomi and Coleman. Blame it on Veronica for spoiling them. Naomi somehow got a hold of a flyer for Wishland West. She dragged Coleman with her as a test of courage. Once Naomi makes up her mind, there's just no changing it. They are naughty, these two, but I can't leave them in harm's way. Well, so to speak. Just make sure there are no serious threats left. Coleman's tough enough to handle the rest, just not very mature. We all did stupid things when we were young. I did plenty alongside Brody, you know. Roland never got too mad about it. He believed we'd only grow strong by learning from our mistakes. But that didn't stop him from punishing us afterwards, to show us that our actions had consequences. So we need to make sure Naomi and Coleman come back safely. When they return, well, I'll show them there are scarier things than a haunted house.
want to find Roland, we need to figure out where the prisoners are being held. Rosetta's keeping these little guys around as pets. From the looks of it, they're using them to study the effects of Chaosium. Probably using it on humans too, knowing Rosetta. Look at that. This chart is all about the effects of Chaosium on the human body. First Stardust and deviations, now Chaosium. Rosetta never runs out of toys to play with, does it? Hey, this looks like some kind of key. Maybe it's connected to the prisoners being kept here. Let's hold on to it. I think it might come in handy.
Help us! We're here! Are you... Did Roland send you?
Well, I'm afraid he's not here anymore. He already escaped. Rosetta's been using us as human guinea pigs, but Roland managed to break out during one of their experiments on him.
The plan was for him to go get help. I guess that didn't happen.
Although, in a way, I think he did. You'll help us escape, won't you? Perfect. Thank you. But we've been held here for a long time. Some of us are pretty weak, and I don't think we'll be moving fast. But you know, there's a lab with a teleportation gate. When I was taken there for experiments, I saw Rosetta use it to bring in equipment. We're in no condition to fight our own way over to it. But if you clear a path to the gate, we can meet you there.
That computer might control access to the teleportation gate.
You got the gate running! Thank you.
We better get through it while we can. This thing isn't stable. Once it's been running for long enough, it'll break down and dissipate. No, I'm not totally sure, but I think it's supposed to lead right outside the facility. We'll head through first, and see you on the other side, Mayfly. Thank you again, Mayfly. We, can head back to ground on Fallen on our own. Are you still going to look for Roland? I can't say for sure, but there's one place he might be. There's a small settlement, not too far from here, called Oblivion. Those experiments took a toll on Roland, and he might have been wounded in the escape. If he was wounded, then Oblivion would be the most likely place for him to go. Hopefully you can find him there.
Hey, Mayfly. Have you met Charlene from our assault team? Yeah, the vultures left her covered in wounds. It's a miracle she survived. She's not just a victim of the vultures. She's a vital witness to their atrocities. Her hometown was flattened by the vultures. She was the only survivor. The vultures destroyed everything for her. Roland had to persuade her to keep going. What happened at Ashington brought back painful memories for her. She didn't say it, but I could see the fire inside her. You're right, but I can't let her burn herself out. Charlene wants to eliminate the deviants in Ashington for the sake of its survivors. I'm worried she's in a bad headspace and won't be able to keep herself safe. I'm asking you to help her on her mission. She needs more time to cool down and get that fire under control. This is what Charlene's loved ones would have wanted.
Didn't expect to see a mayfly out here. Good. I've been waiting for someone to come. When I got captured by Rosetta, those bastards put me through hell. But being stuck here while I recovered, unable to help, that was even worse. So, first things first. Did any of my people in Ember Strand survive the enemy assault? That's a relief. What about in the other regions? Have they managed to hold off the vultures? Well, the column's in good hands. Wendy, Veronica, Maisley, they've made me proud. I knew they would. Thank you for telling me that. It's good to hear. But now, we've got to focus on dealing with the vultures. And Rosetta. Yeah, it's my arm. Rosetta injected Chaosium into it. Sometimes the pain still gets me. I don't know if I can still fight, if I can keep leading the column. But I know I can't stop now. Can't give up here. Listen, Mayfly, my own health isn't important. I need to protect my people. They're under threat from a new type of living machine. So, you already know something about it. That's good. Basically, it's an organic machine, unimaginably huge with a Chaosium core. It's an earth-shattering development, capable of releasing tons of energy. Even changing Nalcott's entire climate, destroying everything here. Right. I wasn't captured by accident. I knew the Vultures had made a deal with Rosetta, and I needed to find out what it was. If I told Brody or the girls about my plan to get inside, they would have tried to stop me. So, that's how I ended up here. Although, as for my arm, I didn't expect that, but it doesn't matter now. Mayfly, I need your help. We've got to stop them. Come with me to Ashington. It was the hometown of the Vulture's leader, Igna. He recently burned it down. We need to understand everything we can about Igna. His weaknesses, his motivations. It could help us break through his defenses. To get to him. I'm still getting back on my feet, and I don't want to slow you down. I'll give you the coordinates, and I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
You're here! Someone said you went to Oblivion, so I rushed over. Hanging in there. No. Right now, I'm thriving. Alright, maybe not thriving, but I get along well with the people here. I gotta say, they're really good folks. In fact, I'd really like to help more. For Maisley's sake. Well, not just for Maisley's sake. For the whole column. They're a good bunch. As good as the Union. I assume you still got the camera. Well, everybody loved the pictures we took. So, I asked Roland and he okayed a similar operation here in Ember Strand. I'm sorry, but of course, you're on your own again. Honestly, I'd just be slowing you down if I joined. I'll hold down the fort here and do what I'm best at. Look things over and see what I can get for your reward. As long as the column's okay with it. Now that Maisley and Roland have placed their trust in me, I'm sure I can get you something good. You too. Let's celebrate after this mission's complete. I'll give you the locations of the viewpoints. According to Roland, these are all important spots.
With such a fire-steeped giant's pen, I write on the dusky canopy of heaven. You could circle the globe and never find such unique beauty again. Not to mention the fascinating deviations hidden in the lava. Surely you are not scared by a bit of lava. This should be nothing compared to the dangers you have faced. That said, while this deviation is not aggressive per se, its presence does induce volcanic eruptions. I am not too concerned about the human toll, but I know you might care. I figured I should let you know. I know you'll be able to handle it, regardless. I have an urgent request, my friend. A poor deviation that needs to be saved. And you are the only one who can save it. Hurt? No, this is worse than that. It is being imprisoned, tortured. Even from miles away, I can clearly hear its cries for help. Right. I have to say, this all makes me so worked up. The Vultures have captured a deviation called the Invincible Sun and are holding it in Firethroat Fortress. Fools that they are. They actually worship it in some ridiculous ceremony, believing it will turn their desires into reality. They do not understand the true nature of deviations at all. It is ridiculous. At the very least, this deviation should be in the hands of someone who understands it. Like you. So, please, rescue it.